Welcome to Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. This is Austin Herdina, Sportsbook Manager. Today I have Zach Stute with us. He's our restaurant manager. And I have Eric Osterman, special guest. He's our digital sportsbook director. First thing we're going to talk about right now is the Packers, right? We're going to recap this Packers win. What did you think of it, Zach? 27-23 Packers victory in Arizona.
That was a gutsy game. Like that was way more intense than what I think it should have been. Jacoby Brissett was just dropping dimes on us, looking way too good. But thank God the Packers' investment in Micah Parsons paid off.
Yeah, 3 sacks he had in the game. Such a great way for the game to end the way he pressured the quarterback. Packers escape Arizona with the victory. Did you have any thoughts on the game?
Probably just a little bit of concern there, right? I mean, thank goodness for Micah Parsons, but it's always hard to go into the enemy's territory in the NFL. But if I'm the Packers, I'm kind of looking at that game as like, okay, we really need to address some areas, especially getting the offense going. I think Jacobs might have been a little banged up, but they got to move the ball more efficiently and keep the ball out of the opponent's hands, really.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still a win, and any win in the NFL is hard to get. But we are 4-1-1, technically first in the NFC right now, which is fantastic. A lot of teams out there have 5 wins, but because of the way tiebreaker works with our tie, we technically are still in the first right now. But this week at Pittsburgh, got a certain guy at quarterback for Pittsburgh. You got any thoughts, guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I always going to be tough going into Pittsburgh, right? I mean, no matter who's at the quarterback, Mike Tomlin's always going to have their guys ready to go. Got to stop the run against the Packers, right? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to use that play action to open things up. So I think it starts with stopping the run and getting the football in your playmakers' hands, right? If the Steelers win the time of possession, it's going to be a tough game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the line right now is Packers -3. Total is 45. Money line price, Packers -180, Steelers +148. Those are the current numbers as of Thursday afternoon. It's a game that, you look on before the season, we saw it on the schedule. I think a lot of people circled it as a huge game. It's going to be Sunday night, national TV. It's exciting to just see Aaron Rodgers. He's beat every team in the NFL except for the Packers. So we'll see if he can do it. I mean, there's been a few guys in the past that have done it. I know Brady's one of them that's done it. I think Favre did it. I'm not sure who else, but there's been some guys out there. But yeah, it's going to be a game that we want to win. We don't want Aaron Rodgers to have that moment of beating Green Bay.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I think it starts. I think it starts with the run, kind of like what he was saying against Arizona. Once we start finding our rhythm was when Jacobs started, getting down, making those gritty rushes, and they just started finding their rhythm then.
Yeah.
Start building everything off that.
Yeah, you want to put Love in a position to make plays, right? And you can't do that if you're playing from behind and not establishing the run. So I think to me that's always the key for the Packers. And then obviously getting to the quarterback. I think they can probably do that against Rodgers, but not if they're not stopping the run.
And something that, Love can do that Rodgers maybe can't do so much anymore is getting rushing yards.
Yeah.
I saw Jordan Love's rushing yard total this week is 13.5. He's had 4 straight games where he's had at least 18. I like the over of 13.5. So there's an early bet from me. But yeah, and the Packers.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that too.
The Steelers have beaten the Packers 6 straight games in Pittsburgh. Steelers have been to the first team to get to 10 points in every game this season, so they've gotten off to hot starts. Green Bay is going to have to be off to a hot start. We don't want to fall behind where we have to throw the ball. So right. I want us to get off to a good start and have a halftime lead. I think that's a huge recipe to success in this game. Mm-hmm. And we haven't covered the spread in 5 straight road games. We beat Arizona, but we barely beat Arizona. We got to play better on the road. So it's a tough test. We'll see if the guys are up to it.
Should be fun.
Next, let's talk about the worst team in the NFL.
You know what? I thought about this. I thought about this one long and hard this week when this came up. Maybe a hot take, maybe a not so hot take. Miami Dolphins, worst team in the NFL.
Okay, on paper or on the field? What are you feeling? Like
Every aspect of the organization right now. Their coaching staff is not great. They have no idea what they're doing at quarterback. Their drafts, they look like they're moving on from a lot of pieces that they spent a lot of draft capital on.
Yeah.
I know everyone, the easy thing to say is always the Titans, right? But they got Cam Ward, who's a great quarterback. They got a lot of these young receivers that they drafted this year that are seeing a lot of promise. Mm-hmm. But Miami Dolphins, worst team in football.
You know, it's hard to disagree with you because they don't have a lot to look forward to, right? I think that people are saying Tua is not, you know, an NFL Pro Bowl type of quarterback. I think that's kind of established now. Tyreek Hill, another, you know, nasty injury. You know, is he going to be coming back and be the kind of player he is? Mike McDaniels, he's a quarterback. He's a coach that it's just, I don't know, he gets scrutinized a lot just because of the way I think that he looks, the way
style.
that
he's pretty polarizing.
The way he handles himself, yeah. But the team that I think is the worst in the NFL is a team that's been the worst in the NFL for a very long time, the New York Jets.
I co-sign that.
You co-sign, yeah. I think their coaching hiring was wrong. I think Aaron Glenn is not he's not a head coach in the NFL right now. Like, he's not that caliber of coach yet. Mm-hmm. You know, the way that he handled things in the offseason with Rodgers, the way that, you know, the team around him just, you watch him on the sideline, like, he just seems like he's on an island by himself. Like, no one really, you know.
Yeah, and you look at the Jets on paper and you think, okay, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, they have some pieces, but, you know, 3 or 4 pieces don't make a football team, and that's really all they have right now. I like Tyrod Taylor, so I'm excited to see what they bring this week, sitting Justin Fields, but, you know, that team just, there's no cohesiveness, right? They can't move the ball. Their defense plays good sometimes, but I think I'd take Tua 10 times out of 10 over Justin Fields right now.
Yeah, the Jets, it's just one of those organizations that even the fans of the Jets just hate the Jets. Like,
I like that. That's a hot take.
Yeah. And I watched a video online of this kid, he's teenager age, and somebody stopped up to him like, "Hey, what do you think of the Jets?" And he's just like, "The Jets stink." He's like, I was born into this. I'm always going to be a Jets fan, but they stink.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're spoiled as Packer fans. My whole life I've had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love is, I think, still got the potential to get there, but still not at the caliber of bad that the New York Jets quarterbacking has been.
Yeah, Brett Favre started every single game from my first day of kindergarten all the way until I graduated college. Isn't that insane?
Spoiled
You're
fan
spoiled.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about this early bird special that we do on Sunday mornings? From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., we are running an early bird special where you can get 5 times your points on your sports bets. Just come place the bets at the sportsbook, whether it's at the counter or at the kiosk. Use your rewards card, and you're going to be getting a multiplier on your points. 8 a.m., 10 a.m. every Sunday. Doesn't matter if it's NFL or baseball or hockey, basketball, doesn't matter. You're getting 5 times on all your points.
That's a pretty incredible offer. You know, if it's me, and I know not everybody's like this, I'm trying to beat the lines anyway. So I'd be in here early, and then this little extra cherry on top to beat the rush. That's really a pretty incredible thing we have going on.
Yeah, no Europe game this week. We've had several of those this year. None this week. Those will be back November 16th. Got a couple more to finish the year, but that's another opportunity where you're getting 5 times your points, and you're getting a game to watch at the same time. So that's awesome. I'm curious what you guys think. How do you guys like the Monday Night Football doubleheaders? Do you like the?
I like it. I like the doubleheaders on Monday night. It's not over after the first game. You still got a little bit more action, and again, being in the sports book all the time, why not have more football?
Yeah, I kind of see it the other way. I don't really like it. No, I like having the marquee Monday night game. And also, these guys know, but I came from the West Coast very recently, so I'm still trying to get used to these later game times. And that 9 p.m. kickoff, man, I can't do it. No, I like the marquee Mondays. To me, it really puts the focus on one game instead of having the opportunity to flip back and forth. Maybe if there's a bad game, then it's good to have a second one. But no, I'm traditional. I like my Monday night primetime game.
I think the jury's still out for me. I don't really know if I love it or hate it yet. But most of the time, it's like, hey, more games, more fun. Like, I'm for it. In a sportsbook setting, it's great too because you're in the room, you're watching the games. One game's over, hey, another one's starting on right away. It's just awesome. So watching the games in person in our sports book, it's awesome for us. Awesome for you guys.
Yeah.
College football. Let's do a quick recap of last week's college football. What do you guys think?
I lost my bet.
You lost your bet? What was your bet?
It's recorded. It's on. People could see it.
Was it Tennessee?
Yeah, I said +8. But you know what? It came down pretty close because it could have swung either way, and then Sean would have been on the other end of this. But it was +8. I took Tennessee. It ended up being a 10-point loss for Tennessee. And, now...
I think it was a 17-point loss.
Was it?
They were supposed to score at the end there. They were down first and goal, and they didn't get it in.
Yeah, they got stopped on the goal line.
I believe.
Yeah.
9 top 25 teams lost last week. That's a lot. That's a lot of those were ranked versus ranked matchups, but still 9 top 25 teams. Did you have a takeaway? Something you saw last week in college football you liked?
No, not specifically for the game, but just touching on what you said about the 9 ranked teams losing. That's usually something that we like to see here at the book. I don't think it's a secret that we typically need the underdogs to come through, but getting a weekend like that was definitely an anomaly. So I like to see things get shaken up, right? College football is exciting that way. It's unique, especially now with the new playoff structure. So really fun to see things get shaken up and have some interesting storylines kind of going into the last part of the season.
Well, I'll tell you one person that didn't mind about the upsets, because one bettor had a $13 parlay to win $4,237.57.
Oh, wow.
And,
Nice.
I mean, it was a mix of a lot of different games. He had Vanderbilt beating LSU. That was, a really
Strong.
Good game.
What was the odds on that one?
Vanderbilt was -2 on that one, so they were a slight favorite. They had Georgia Tech +3, Houston +1, Army +10, TCU -3. I mean, the list goes on.
Those are
9
tight.
altogether. Some of these, I mean, it looks like they're blowouts. Didn't even really have much of a sweat. So that's an awesome ticket. I love seeing tickets like that. We love seeing them in the sports book. Like to show them around. Get people.
It
excited.
is possible.
Yeah, it definitely is. We are paying out a lot of these every week. This is just a few of them I have right here to talk about, but this one in particular was all college football. And it was Friday night, I believe. Number 2 Miami went down.
I was just about to say.
We were standing there watching that.
Yeah, we were watching that one for a while, and I was like, you keep hammering Miami, and look at me. I would have been on the other end of that. Good thing they don't let me bet in this place.
Yeah. 2 really big games this week that I want to talk about: Ole Miss and Oklahoma. That is a matchup where 2 teams, highly ranked teams. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, he's always an entertaining coach to watch. Oklahoma's had a really strong, forever. I feel like decades they've been good, and now the last several years have been a little quieter, but they're one of the top teams now this year again. 52.5 is the total for that game. And something I saw is that 8 straight Oklahoma games have gone under the total. Their defense has been hot. They've allowed total points this season of 7, 23. That was in their loss to Arch Manning in Texas. 0, 17, 3, 13, and 3 again. So if they have defense like that, I mean, I know they're playing Ole Miss, but this is an Ole Miss team that, last year had Jackson Dart. They don't have Jackson Dart anymore.
They look great.
They do look great. But I like Oklahoma in this spot, and I like the under 52.5.
Yeah, nothing I can go against there. Austin's kind of the college football guru out of the group here. But the one thing I will say is you always count on Lane Kiffin to kind maybe pull a little magic out of his hat. So maybe if that one comes down to the wire, we'll see something special. Looking forward to it.
Wisconsin Badgers. Terrible, right? They have not won a game in the Big Ten this year. 5 games left. Are they going to win one? We got at Oregon, home to Washington, at Indiana, home to Illinois, at Minnesota. Do you see any wins?
No. I mean, the quarterback play has been abysmal.
It has.
At best.
It's really sad because it's a program that has been so good for so long. Never really like a title contender, but Big Ten perennial contender every year. Just not that way anymore. And the guys that are really good, the good high school athletes in Wisconsin, they're not staying in Wisconsin like they used to.
Well, I mean, now they're getting paid. I mean, bigger programs can pay more money to better players, and that's just the name of the game. Look at baseball and how the fact that there is no cap. The bigger programs get better players.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've lost our identity. You know, the Wisconsin football team identity for so long was a good running game and good defense.
Yeah,
you know?
We've always had really great running backs coming out of Wisconsin.
And just the way the coaching staff and the structure has been the last few years, that's not been the priority, has not been a running team. And we've been having quarterbacks that unfortunately have been getting injured and just not what you want to see from Wisconsin football. So some of it's, you know, a tough break. Some of it's just not good execution. But overall, I just want to see Wisconsin football be better. And I hope we don't go 0 for 9 or whatever
certainly
it is.
Pick off one, right?
I hope so.
One of the last 2, right?
At Minnesota, you know, it's a rival game. Paul Bunyan's axe.
I was going to say, I think if there's one that you got to win for everything for the whole season, it's got to be that one.
Yeah.
World Series starts Friday night.
Yeah.
You guys got any predictions? Right now we got the odds at Dodgers minus 235 to win the series. Blue Jays plus 185. What do you guys think?
I got a really hot take.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani hits a home run.
Oh, no. Yeah, because those never happen.
Yeah.
Gosh, his last game
What
he
a
had
take.
3
It's
of them.
hot in here.
Hot take.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I don't, who knows? It might be minus money by the time we get to the next game.
Yeah.
He's on fire. He's the greatest baseball player I've ever seen, and
That game against the Brewers was
Yeah.
Listen, as a Brewers fan, I couldn't help but be like, wow, this whole game, 10 strikeouts, and 3 home runs at 3 at bats. I mean, you can't even be mad.
Throwing 100 miles an hour on the mound.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. And look, I like the Blue Jays. I think they're a fun team to watch. Obviously, Vlad Jr. is great. Getting Scherzer back has been really great for them. But the Dodgers just have a murderer's row for starting pitching. Like you saw it in the Brewers series. You know, you get through Snell, you get through Glasnow, you think you might get a little bit of a break. Nope, here's Kershaw coming through. Here's Yoshinobu, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's just not fair. They say the Dodgers' weakness is their bullpen, but if they don't ever have to use it, then it doesn't really matter.
it's a great point because the Brewers definitely didn't get many opportunities. But when they saw it, they did seem to have some rallies in them, but then they just couldn't get the key hit. But the Blue Jays team, they've been compared to the Brewers a lot this season. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of came, you know, long odds as well, just like the Brewers were. They get guys on base, try to, you know, get them around. Not necessarily the big powered home run team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, if the Dodgers can play the Blue Jays the way they played the Brewers, it might be a short series. Yeah. But what's really cool about betting on the World Series is there are so many different ways to bet it. Like, you don't have to just bet on each individual game. You don't have to bet on who wins the series. You can bet on stuff like what player is going to get the most hits in the series. What player is going to get the most home runs in this series? Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Number of games. Like, you know, will the series, you can pick the exact number or you can pick over under certain numbers. Series spread is a fun one too. So, like, you know, if you think the Dodgers are going to get it done in a short period of time, you know, get it done in 4, 5, or 6 games, not have to push it to 7, you can get a lot better price. Taking the Dodgers minus 1.5 games or minus 2.5 games even. You can take them to get by sweep. I think the sweep right now was about 7-1, 6-1, something like that. World Series MVP as well is another one. Ohtani, of course, is the favorite for that right now.
Can you pause real quick on that one? Is it going to take something spectacular for somebody else to get it over Ohtani? Like, is MLB just looking to give that award to Ohtani, do you think?
What does it take to get somebody? I mean,
For the Dodgers to
for
win
Ohtani
and
not to get it,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
for the-
What does it take for Ohtani not to win World
Toronto
Series
to
MVP?
win
Yeah.
the series. That's the only way that Ohtani doesn't get the MVP.
I mean, if he even does half of what he did in the last series, he'll get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say he would have to. I don't know if his pitching will even play a factor. If he hits well, but he pitches poorly and they still win, I think he gets
He
it.
still gets it. Okay. I agree with you. I just was curious. Like, can anyone on the Dodgers? It would take something spectacular, I think, for anybody else to get it.
Blake Snell,
So-
3 complete games.
Blake Snell is on fire right now too.
Yeah.
Mid-season form.
No one can hit his changeup. It's impossible.
just-
So my prediction for the World Series is Dodgers in 6.
I'm gonna go Dodgers in 5. I think Blue
I'm
Jays
going to
get 1.
co-sign that one. Dodgers in 5. I think Blue Jays pick up 1.
All right, next topic up. Let's see here. All right. NBA season has started. It tipped off. It's been great. The first game of the year went to double overtime. Phenomenal. What do you think?
What a great start to the season. Just, minus the double overtime, we got to talk about 2 particular performances yesterday.
Okay.
Victor Wembanyama.
He's Ohtani. I mean, he can
He's a
do things.
unicorn.
He can
Yeah.
do things that we haven't seen done.
I don't think
And he's getting comfortable, which
Right.
is the scary part.
he's playing at the NBA speed now, and it's crazy because he handles the ball like a point guard. I watched him do a fadeaway pull-up three-pointer last night on Anthony Davis and just drained it. And I'm like, what is this?
Did you see the under the hoop
The reverse slam?
two-hand reverse slam?
Yes. Electric.
Yeah.
The first $1 billion contract coming to the NBA.
You
So-
heard it here.
It's very possible. That's very possible.
What's San Antonio going to do to keep him around? I mean, and
What are they to win it all this year? I mean, if he can carry that team.
that's what did we talk about before the show? I said the Spurs are plus 1,200 to win the championship.
Oh, I think it was more
No,
than that.
more than
I
that.
want to say
Or
it was
was it
like
Wemby
50 to
is-
1 or something.
Wemby was plus 1,200 to win MVP, and
Yeah.
I like that one.
We got sheets, just like all the sports bettors have. You come into our place, we got sheets. So the San Antonio Spurs, 50 to 1 to be the champion this year.
Give me all
There you
that.
go.
MVP, 12 to 1.
Yep. I like both those.
I mean, he's unbelievable. I think as long as he can stay healthy, get the minutes on the court, he's going to be doing things this season that we haven't seen. It's pretty incredible.
BJ
The-
Edgecombe.
But the NBA being back is awesome. Love having NBC on with the NBA on NBC again.
Yeah,
Like,
it feels right.
it does. I love the music.
Yep.
Round ball rock is fantastic. Awesome to see just like the broadcast. Like I love that they did all the starting lineups, and it just brings you into the arena. Like it makes you feel like you're there. And I feel like they've always done that with Sunday Night Football. I feel like they've always had such great atmosphere. Really get you ready for that big game. It just makes it feel much bigger than a regular season game.
Yeah, and come down to the sports book. It feels even more intense than that. If you want to watch the San Antonio Spurs, come to the sports book.
You
It's
want
like being there
round
in
ball
person.
rock on the sound really loud throughout the entire room. Come to the sports book.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
The Milwaukee Bucks this season start off with a win. Their number this year was 42.5. I saw just before their first game it moved to 43.5. 43.5 wins. Over or under for the Bucks this year? What do you think?
When we were talking about this last week, I know we were at 42.5, and you were saying that's just a game above 500.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of the same kind of things we saw against the Wizards yesterday. I think we're just going to see like a high-scoring offense. Maybe not the same defense that we've seen from the Bucks in years past, but I would still take the over because they gotta be a winning franchise this year. Because if not, we talked about it. I think Giannis is on the move if they can't win games.
I just don't want to hear that. I'm not ready for that. I don't want you saying that stuff.
I know, but look at the Trailblazers traded Lillard. I mean, why couldn't we trade Giannis? But we got to win games. So let's not talk about it. We just got to keep winning games.
Do you have a projection on the Bucks this year? What are your thoughts on them?
Just not to toot our own horn a little bit here, but I just think it's a really good number. obviously everything revolves around Giannis. If he stays healthy, they absolutely have a shot to go over. If he deals with any sort of injury bug, it's going to get out of hand pretty quick, right? So I don't think I'm saying anything groundbreaking there, but that's really what you got to look for in this team. It's Giannis or nothing, which isn't a great place to be, which is why the number is where it is and isn't up into the high 40s, which, I'm sure we've seen that in the past. So, hopefully we get a healthy Giannis and a good season, but definitely a good start.
Bucks to make playoffs, minus 230. To miss the playoffs, plus 175. So if you feel like they're going to make the playoffs, but maybe not get to 44 wins, you can still bet that with us as well. Something that just grinds my gears is NBA games not starting on time. It says 6:30 start time. When's the tip? Like
6:40?
6:43 or something? What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's been a problem ever since I've been in the industry. For whatever reason, soccer, you can always count on it to start on the minute that they say. NBA, it's 10 minutes. If it's a primetime nationally televised game, it could be 15, 20 minutes. I know that isn't probably the biggest deal for some of our viewers out there, but for us behind the counter, it's a pain. We got to make sure that things are up and ready to bed and that our TVs are correct, and it brings in all kinds of problems.
Yeah, NFL, if it says noon kickoff, they're starting within a few minutes.
Yeah.
It may not be exactly noon, but they're about to. Baseball, first pitch. They're throwing that first pitch when it says so. It's
and they get it right 162 times a year.
Yeah.
So
and they got all this pregame ahead of time too. I don't understand. It's not like they're just turning the broadcast on and we're going to tip. You got all this pregame, half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the introductions is a big part of the fun in the NBA.
If you're gonna show it, but they don't even show it. Some broadcasts just go, "Hey, here's your 5 on this team. Here's your 5 on this team. Let's play ball." No, let's. If we're gonna be doing all that, we're gonna be delaying the start for the viewers from the scheduled time it says.
Yeah.
Show me that. Show me the guys coming out of the tunnel. Give me that excitement. Get me excited and ready to watch the game.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, and coming from Las Vegas, the Golden Knights have it figured out as far as the pregame, light show and player introduction. If they can figure out how to start it on time, come on, NBA.
I don't really know what to say about UFC.
There's a
Should
ton.
we just touch on
Dubai.
it? I'll just touch on it tiny. UFC 321 this Saturday, 9 a.m. prelims, 1 p.m. main card. Early event. A lot of these are late into the night, not this one. This one's going to be early. I believe it's in Dubai. Is that correct? United Arab Emirates. We have, in the main event, Tom Aspinall is minus 345. Cyril Gane plus 275. Eric, do you have any thoughts?
I like that price on Cyril Gane. I know that Aspinall, he runs through people. He's a tough opponent, but Cyril Gane's a big guy. He's got huge power. And any time, especially in UFC where they use those little gloves, the big puncher is always going to have a shot. So he might have a live dog here with Cyril Gane plus 275.
Sports Equinox is this Monday, October 27th. We have games from all 4 major leagues. We got NFL, we got NBA, MLB, NHL. What a fun time to do some parlays. Every year when the Equinox comes around, I'm placing a parlay. I'm doing one game from every sport. Yeah. It's just fun.
What a time to be alive, right? And, I get to hear my dad tell me, back in my day, we didn't get all this on TV. Well, Dad, we have it now. And, come down to the book and like Austin said, get your parlay in and hang out all day and watch every major sport that we have to offer. What an amazing time.
Yeah, you're going to have the World Series on. You're going to have Monday Night Football. You're going to have NHL. You're going to have NBA. It's just awesome. I mean, to have, this 2,000 square foot screen that we have, the ability to show 30-plus games at one time. There's not a better place in the Midwest to come to than Potawatomi Sportsbook for the Equinox. All right.
That screen is bigger than my house.
All right, last thing here.
Doing future picks?
I just want to say a real quick thing if they want to use it at all about weekday afternoons. So I was going to say that quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it.
Weekday afternoons, You want to come in, you're looking for some live sports to bet, we have European soccer. We got Champions League, Europa League, Euro League basketball as well. There's always something going on. So come to Potawatomi Sportsbook, even on the weekday afternoons, because there's something going on that you can bet on live. All right.
That was, now that's gold.
Is that gold?
That's gold. That's a promo.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
I have a ticket here that you have to see to believe. This is a $10 parlay to win $15,300, and it was only 4 picks. Only 4 picks.
Wow.
It was bet last November, and it was on the NBA Cup, the Milwaukee Bucks to win it, which they did, beat the Thunder in the championship. Mm-hmm. And then it had Ohio State to win the college football championship, Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC championship. All those came through. The last leg of it, LA Dodgers to win the National League. That just happened this past week. Wow. $10 for $15,300. Take a look at that.
And if I'm not correct, a lot of those games weren't really even sweats.
No, I mean, you get the long shot through first, the Bucks plus 1,400. Ohio State, I mean, they were a favorite in all the games, I believe, going in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Eagles to win the NFC at 5-1. I mean, that was a great bet. They really didn't have too much trouble. They had to beat Washington to get to the Super Bowl. And then Dodgers plus 325 to win the National League.
Which wasn't really a sweat either.
I mean, not when you got to the NLCS, it wasn't, no. Yeah. So that's just an amazing ticket. I mean, we got tickets like this, $45 to win $5,000, $119 to win $7,800, $13 to win $4,200. We got bets like this coming in almost daily, at least, a handful or more weekly of crazy long shot parlays like this. I say crazy because who comes up with that? Like, who chooses that, right? Yeah. But look at it. It is basketball, football, baseball. It's like an equinox. They just didn't have NHL on there.
I feel like every time we see those big tickets, they always got college football tied into it. Every time.
And that's the thing about our betting menu is you can really come in and be creative with what you make, right? This isn't just let me pick down the board of the hockey slate tonight, right? This is creative stuff. We're paying these out all the time, so it's possible, like we said earlier. Come down and do it.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just preface this by saying, okay, so not for the weekend, long future pick. Okay. Cooper Flagg was the number 1 pick in the NBA draft this year.
Yes.
VJ Edgecombe was the number 3. Did you see the performance out of VJ Edgecombe yesterday?
34 points, I believe.
More points in one quarter than the great LeBron James.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that, and I saw he broke the Philadelphia 76ers record for a first. Allen Iverson had the record of 30 points in their debut, and he had 34.
Yeah, the only guy I think that's outscored him, again, don't fact check me, but I'm pretty sure it was Wilt Chamberlain in his debut.
That's incredible.
So to be mentioned in names like that, I think VJ Edgecombe is and he looked composed.
He looked every bit the part. He looked like the guy that is going to be putting up some numbers. And if he has Embiid and Maxey taking away attention, like they need that third guy on that team to take the next step.
He was electric last night. And just, again, I couldn't find myself not watching him play. And I think that's what this is all about. I mean, something that pulls you in.
Talk about the Sixers, 40-1 to win the championship. I feel like they have to be one of the top teams in the East in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, with their roster assembly.
It's going to be a down year for Boston. You assume, without Tatum, right?
Yeah.
The Cavs were good last year in the regular season, but they couldn't do it in the playoffs. Pacers don't have Halliburton, so they're not going to be taking that step. The Knicks, I mean, like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the Knicks? Is it the Bucks? Like, who's the number 1 contender? I think the 76ers have a case to be considered the top choice in the East.
At least one of the top. I mean, you talk about the Knicks being if you're betting, I feel like the Knicks are the best in the East.
Could definitely be some value there, right? I mean, take them 40-1 now and, see what happens. If they get there, you got a nice flyer ticket. If not, maybe there's a chance to hedge out or something. But, that's a good call there.
Trust the process.
That's the name of my dynasty team. And you know who I took with my first pick this year?
Who?
VJ Edgecombe.
No.
Yeah.
How about that?
The process.
All right. You got any bets this weekend you want to talk about?
I had a couple here circled, and nothing super like. I feel like this slate's a pretty easy slate to get through as far as like the NFL goes. I love New England this week. Been averaging over 28 points a game. Kansas City is on fire. Patrick Mahomes looks like he is again the front runner for MVP after the fall off by Baker this week. He had a tough challenge against Detroit.
Chiefs had a slow start, but yeah, you're right. I mean, you talk about last year. I remember this thought in my mind. I was watching the Super Bowl last year. The Chiefs win it again. And the thought in my mind was, who's going to beat them next year? Like, why not a three-peat? Like, I had that thought of, like, who am I going to choose over the Chiefs next year? And yeah, the Chiefs got off to a bad start this year, but they're going to be there at the end of the year.
They're healthy now.
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice is back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be there. I mean, gosh, you can get a pretty good price on them.
Especially if they go after a running back at the deadline, right? That may be their only weakness right now. And I've seen some things being tossed around, and they'd be really scary if they get that running game going.
Yeah.
I mean, even the running backs that they have, they've done it with before. I mean, this Brashard Smith guy looks like that receiving back that who did they have a couple years back when they won the Super Bowl? That just nobody from Minnesota. Running back. See, but that's how little known they are. It just doesn't matter. Andy Reid is just chef's kiss when it comes to coaches. I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a great start of his career, and then he fell off.
Where is he now?
I don't know. I have no idea. But
exactly.
He was there on a Super Bowl winning team.
Right, and it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I think even right now, Rasheed Rice coming back into the fold, he is the best receiver in the NFL right now, today.
Bold.
Not bold.
Wow.
Justin Jefferson, look, what has Justin Jefferson been doing?
Number 2 receiver on his team right now.
Exactly. Okay, then you're talking A.J. Brown. Gets 10 targets a game. This last game, he finally found the end zone twice. But, I mean, name a better receiver quarterback situation right now than Rasheed Rice and Patrick Mahomes.
It's hard to do, but we are in week 8. A lot of season left. We'll see what happens.
That's all I'm saying. Put it on the board.
All right. Let's see.
So Zach made up for his previous inaccuracy. Will Chamberlain, 43 points. That's the highest point scored by a rookie. But BJ Edgecombe is not number 2. Anybody
3.
got to guess the number 2?
Something Sane. He's a older guy. I don't know. Older.
Someone from like 1954.
Yeah, like 54,
That
55.
is spot on, 1954.
Wow.
Frank Selvey,
Milwaukee Bucks.
35 points.
Wasn't he a Buck?
Let me do some digging here.
I think he was a Milwaukee Buck.
How about Joe Flacco in Cincinnati against the Jets? That's a lock.
A lock. That's
a lock.
Look,
Cincinnati
I know
takes
where
that
you're
game.
coming from with Cincinnati, and we already talked about how bad the Jets are, but can Joe Flacco really keep doing this?
He did.
I mean, the Jets can get to the quarterback, and, Tyrod Taylor coming in is going to change things up for that offense. I don't know if that's a spot I'd be looking to bet on the Bengals, but I definitely
like
see
it.
where you're coming from.
Yeah, fade the Jets. Just always fade the Jets.
I guess, I mean, minus 305. I mean, that's, like you said, that's kind of actually a tough one. That's a lot of
Yeah.
meat on that one.
I've got an NFL pick for you, if you
let's
don't
hear it.
mind. So I normally don't like to lay the hook on anything over 7, right? But the Philadelphia Eagles, to me, I think definitely like what I saw last week. They're getting their ball to their receivers finally. Got to take some of the responsibility off of Saquon Barkley there. But I'm not ready to buy into the Scatterbo Dart hype. The Giants obviously have been playing well, but I think playing against that Philadelphia defense, they're playing another level of competition there. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles laying the 7.5. Like I said, it's a lot, but I like them in this spot.
And that's a revenge spot too, because it wasn't that many weeks ago that they played. Just 2 or 3 weeks ago they played, and they had to go Eagles on a short week on a Thursday night. had to go into New York, and they got beat. Giants beat them. And I'm telling you, this Eagles team, they don't want to lose to the Giants twice in one season.
No, I think they're coming around too. It seems like this happens to the Eagles every now and then. They have a few game stretch where everybody questions the coach, and then they straighten it out and show that they're the power in the NFC.
I'll tell you what, Eagles and Bengals in a 6-point teaser, bring that down to Eagles minus 1.5, Bengals minus half.
Now you're talking.
I think that's your bet right there. That's a hell of a 6-point teaser right there.
I like it. That's a good one too. Look at you cooking up parlays.
Yeah.
Like what was it Emerald Lagasse? Just
Emerald Lagasse.
A parlays over here.
Do we have our own stat boy? Are you checking on?
Yeah, so Frank Salvi did play for Milwaukee at one point.
Oh.
But this happened before that. He was with the Baltimore Bullets.
Oh.
Baltimore
Almost half
Bullets.
right.
Was he?
I had the year right, surprisingly.
What was
That was an amazing pull.
That was
1954.
good.
Wow.
Thanks for watching Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. As always, this is Austin Herdina, Sportsbook Manager.
Zach Stute, restaurant manager.
And our special guest this week was...
Eric Osterman, Director of Digital Gaming.
We'll see you next week.